Today we're going to try Stouffer's classic Salisbury steak meal. Probably one of the meals people think of when they think of frozen meals, this and like a turkey dinner. Salisbury steak, one of my favorites, the classic. I picked this up at Walmart for $3.48. That's generally the Stouffer's range. You're going to find $3 to $4. Not bad, basically mid-price range for a frozen meal. Not cheap, not expensive. Hopefully quality. So 9 5/8 ounce, a weird size, kind of small for a frozen meal, but hopefully the taste makes up for it. Instructions on here, we have microwave and oven. Microwave 5.5 minutes on high, and then let stand. That's very simple. Oven, preheat oven to 350, cut film to vent, place tray on cookie sheet for 35 minutes, and then let stand. So I'm going to go with the oven for this one because I really want to give it the best chance to showcase its flavor, compared to other frozen Salisbury steaks, because I've had many. And I'm hoping that this one's better since it's made with 100% beef, which most aren't. Most are a beef pork mixture or even a beef pork chicken mixture, depending on how cheap you want to get. This one, though, I feel like, of course, 100% beef should not be allowed to be written on this, in my opinion, because when you actually look at the ingredients, of course, ingredient number one is water, but more importantly, you also have textured soy flour, soybean oil, beef fat and beef flavor, and then beef fat flavor. So you've got all kinds of things going in here to pad it out, and it's not necessarily 100% beef. There's no other protein in there. There's no other meat product besides beef, but there's plenty of soy and all that good stuff to pad it out for you. So here's what it looks like out of the box. Right there, got a little bit of Salisbury sauce in the mac and cheese, classic. I don't really mind that, it happens. But yeah, that's the meal. I'm gonna pop it into the oven, wait for 35 minutes, play a game, I guess, I don't know, and I'll be back. Well, here's my Stouffer's meal, fresh out of the oven. I'm trying not to spill gravy everywhere. The gravy is rather thin, which is not, what I was hoping for. Macaroni looks pretty good, but Stouffer's macaroni is a guaranteed. At least I hope it is. I haven't had it in a while, but generally Stouffer's macaroni is pretty much guaranteed to be excellent in terms of frozen macaroni. But this gravy is looking a little bit thin. There's the patty. You can see it's only got the grill marks, the fake grill marks on one side, not on both. A little bit of onions. I don't think there's mushrooms. I believe it's just onions. But yeah, let's go ahead and stir up the dish, get a little bit of the gravy in the macaroni because that's part of the process, and taste the Salisbury steak because that's really what's important. But I'll touch on the macaroni as well after this. But there's the inside, a little bit of a quick view. Let's give it a shot. Ow. Well, I'm almost done with the Stouffer's Salisbury steak meal over here. I don't know where I put the box. But I'm a little bit disappointed because visually it looked a lot better than it tasted. And the 100% beef, as I said before, there's some fillers and stuff in there, and you can taste it. It doesn't taste like 100% beef should taste. And honestly, I wish they would have maybe put a little bit more of whatever filler they were putting in there to make it taste a little better, because whatever ratios they're using, it just kind of tastes off. It doesn't taste like a beef patty should. It tastes like an off beef patty should, if that makes sense. It doesn't have the right flavor profile, I don't think, for the Salisbury steak, which is very odd, for Stouffer's. Maybe I'm off here, but I honestly feel like the Michelina's Salisbury steak was pretty much on par or better than this one. And that one's like chicken and beef and pork mixed together. The only thing I have against that one is the texture, but the flavor is really on point, and the gravy is a little bit better than this gravy. I don't hate this gravy. It's fine. It's okay. It's just a little bit thin, and not as flavorful as Michelina's $1.25 Salisbury steak meal, which, to be fair, does not have the Stouffer's macaroni on the side, which is great still. I still like Stouffer's macaroni. That's fine. Great side dish. If you're buying a Stouffer's meal with macaroni and cheese in it, you know that at least the macaroni and cheese is going to be a good aspect of it. And this Salisbury steak is not, horrible, but I don't see any reason why I would ever buy it again, to be honest. I'd rather have the $1.25 Michelina's. I can get 2 or 3 of those for the same price as this Stouffer's meal, and you know, or just get one of those and a side of macaroni and cheese Stouffer's and have a much better experience for the same price, basically, as this meal. So, I don't know. Stouffer's Salisbury steak, to me, I expected it to be more classic of a taste, but it feels like it's been cheapened to the point where it's lost that kind of classic taste, which is a little bit sad to me. And Michelina's, which is even cheaper, but they still somehow got the spirit of Salisbury steak down better than this. Even though their meat patty is definitely not as good, it has a better flavor profile. So hard to say on this one. I just don't think it's really worthwhile. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. I don't think it's bad. It's just not great. It's just a weird taste to the beef that throws me off. The gravy's not the best. It's okay. It's a little bit watery. Great mac and cheese, as I said, but overall, it's a 3 out of 5. It's fine. You know, if you end up having one in your freezer, it's okay. There's nothing really bad about it. It's just not great. So hopefully I can find another Salisbury steak meal to try that'll be better. I have a Lean Cuisine Salisbury steak meal in the freezer that I'll try soon. But so far, Banquets is horrible. Encore is obviously horrible. Michelina surprisingly tastes good, but you know, its texture is really bad because it's cheap chicken, pork, beef mixture. But the taste is on point. And this one is just kind of mediocre to not great, but it has a decent side, I guess. So that's Stouffer's Salisbury steak meal, 3 out of 5. And with that, I'll see you all next time.